Welcome to Titans for Life with your hosts, Justin Dubo and Dean Mayrand. Two men, one stage, two philosophies of power. One said perfection is discipline. He stressed high-intensity training and maximizing time under tension. The other, domination through sheer will. He stressed volume and progressive overload. Both changed the iron game forever. The air was thick with chalk dust, a sea of iron clanging in rhythm. Two men stood at opposite ends of the gym, one analyzing, the other attacking. Venice Beach, 1979, the stage of legends. This wasn't just another workout. This was a war of ideas. Today we're going back to the golden era of bodybuilding, when titans walked among us. Mike Mentzer, the philosophy of intensity. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the embodiment of confidence and charisma. Two titans with two completely different blueprints on how to build greatness. Hi, I'm Justin Dubo, and welcome back to the Titans for Life podcast. Today, we're going to talk about Mentzer versus Arnold. Picture the 1970s, Venice Beach, California. The sun was hot, the gym was louder than a construction site, and the smell of sweat, chalk, and ambition filled the air. Gold's Gym wasn't just a gym, it was the Coliseum of iron. You'd see Franco Columbu deadlifting in jeans, Lou Ferrigno cracking jokes between sets, and a young Tom Platz squatting till the bar bent. It was the birthplace of giants, both in muscle and mentality. Mike Mentzer wasn't just lifting weights, he was building a system. His heavy-duty philosophy was about efficiency, focus, and the science of recovery. He believed one all-out, perfectly executed set to failure was worth 10 sloppy ones. Low volume, high intensity, that was the gospel. Trained like a machine, thought like a philosopher. Mentzer wasn't after size for vanity. He wanted truth through the barbell. He read Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged and believed bodybuilding was a science of reason. He'd say things like, if you can't explain why you're training a certain way, you're just guessing. To him, lifting was a form of philosophy, precision, intellect, and self-mastery. He challenged everything, from marathon gym sessions to overtraining myths. To Mentzer, discipline meant less ego, more logic. His training sessions with Dorian Yates later proved that less can be more when the quality of your effort is absolute. I remember the first time I tried Mentzer's method. Every rep felt like time slowed down. That one set left me shaking, gasping, but alive. You realize quickly there's nowhere to hide in heavy duty. That kind of intensity changes how you view training forever. Then you had Arnold, the king. He came to America with $20 in his pocket and a dream bigger than his chest. He'd train 6 hours a day, then study English at night. Every morning he'd tell himself, I will be the best in the world. And he meant it. Every rep, every pump, every flex was a declaration. I'm not here to participate. I'm here to dominate. The Austrian oak didn't just lift heavy, he outworked everyone. Twice a day, 6 days a week, he chased perfection through sheer volume and hunger. He treated the gym like a battlefield. Every set was a chance to conquer weakness. Arnold's philosophy wasn't about restraint, it was about domination. He thrived on the pump, on pushing his limits past reason. His success came not from minimalism, but from obsession. He brought charisma, strategy, and relentless work ethic, the kind of drive that built not just muscle, but an empire. A famous quote of his is, the worst thing I can be is the same as everyone else. When Mentzer and Arnold collided, it wasn't just about reps or posing. It was a battle between logic and instinct, between science and spirit. Mentzer saw bodybuilding as an equation. Arnold saw it as art. Their clash on the Olympia stage became legendary, one man fueled by precision, the other by passion. It's the eternal question. Is greatness about efficiency or obsession? Mentzer saw Arnold's marathon training as absolute madness. Arnold saw Mentzer's logic as weakness. They weren't just debating reps. They were defining what it meant to be a man in pursuit of greatness. Every glance, every flex, every whispered word in the locker room. Tension. The audience could feel it. This was iron poetry written in sweat. Hey guys, quick pause to talk about a brand I actually use and trust. Prestige Labs. When it comes to supplements, I don't mess around with hype or garbage ingredients. Prestige Labs focuses on clean, third-party tested products that actually support performance and recovery. I personally use their creatine for strength and output, protein powder to hit my daily intake, and their cravings crusher at night to stay disciplined and avoid late night snacking. If you're training hard and want supplements that support your work instead of working against you, check them out. You can find the link in the show notes and on our Instagram page under the Linktree link. And as always, this isn't medical advice, just real tools for men putting in real work. It all came to a head in 1980, the Mr. Olympia in Sydney, Australia. Arnold had been retired for 5 years, but out of nowhere, he announced his comeback, shocking everyone, including Mike Mentzer. Mike was in the best shape of his life, sharper, heavier, more refined. Arnold walked in, tanned, confident, unshakable, like a general returning to the battlefield. Mentzer, logical and composed, didn't play the game. He didn't smile. He didn't bow. Then came the argument. Reports say it started over judging criteria. Arnold questioning Mike's conditioning, Mentzer firing back with fury. Voices rose. Tempers flared. Words were thrown. "You're finished, Arnold." Arnold smirked, leaned in and said, "We'll see who's finished after the show." The two titans, one fueled by philosophy, the other by ego and legacy, clashed like thunder. Some witnesses said it was the most intense moment they'd ever seen backstage at a bodybuilding contest. I can't even fathom the amount of tension in that room. When the lights dimmed, Arnold was announced the winner. Again. The crowd erupted in disbelief. Mentzer knew he'd brought his best, but he also knew the game was politics, charisma, and showmanship. That was the night he walked away, for good. Mike never competed again. He turned inward, diving deeper into philosophy, training theory, and mentorship. For Arnold, it was vindication. For Mentzer, it was betrayal. Two men, two legacies. One moment that split bodybuilding in half between art and science. Sometimes I wonder, what if they had joined forces instead of clashing? Imagine Mentzer's logic paired with Arnold's charisma. The brain and the brawn, the equation and the art. Maybe that's what the modern Titan should be. The combination of both. Not war, but synthesis. Not rivals, but the same spirit expressed differently. Hey, fellow Titans. Just wanted to pause quick and mention that this episode today is sponsored by our own Titans for Life hydration pack. And listen, this isn't complicated. If you're training, hiking, biking, walking, coaching, working outside, or doing anything where you're sweating and moving for more than 5 minutes, you need to stay hydrated. This pack is simple, rugged, and useful. It has a 2-liter water bladder, adjustable straps, breathable back support, and enough of that tactical Titans feel without being overbuilt or goofy. It's the kind of thing you throw on and go. So if you want to support the podcast and grab a solid piece of gear at the same time, search Titans for Life Hydration Pack on Amazon or use the link in the show notes. Now, back to the show. Here's my personal take on both methods. Obviously, this is an opinion and should be taken with a grain of salt. I've tried both before. Arnold's way was without a personal trainer or coach, but trying 3 or more sets per body part and spending large chunks of time in the weight room did help me. I progressively overloaded and within 3 months had great results back in 2016. Mentzer's method was through a personal trainer who recommended time under tension, or TUT for short, and doing 1 set, maybe 2 if you felt that the first wasn't difficult enough, or failure wasn't met. Technique is crucial as well, making sure to use the full range of motion and nailing down that stretched position. I tried this method in 2022. It was a great success. I've never put on more muscle in 4 months in my life. Personally, I like Mentzer's style and workout better. Less time in the gym while still getting an amazing pump is ideal for a man with 3 kids and plenty of other responsibilities on the go. If the workouts are structured correctly, 2 sessions in the gym at 1 hour per workout are more than enough to get sizable muscle definition. With only 7 days off at a time before heading back to camp, time is of the essence. I'd rather spend my time with my children and wife while still maximizing gains, especially at home. 2-a-days for myself are out of the question at the moment, but I am open to going back to that if extra time were to ever present itself again. Obviously, this can be tailored to more of an Arnold-style plan if you want. Some people are successful with it, and it has worked for me in the past. There's nothing wrong with pumping out the extra volume if you have the time. And sometimes, when I can't lift what I normally lift for weight, especially at camp when I have a bit more time, I'll drop the weight a bit and pump out some volume. It's the same battle every man faces today: grind harder or recover smarter. There's no right answer. It's about knowing who you are, where you are in life, and what your goals demand. For the working Titan, it's not about chasing perfection. It's about building consistency and balance. Strength that doesn't fade when you clock out. Power that carries over into your family, your work, and your purpose. Every guy listening knows the feeling. You want to be Mentzer, efficient, disciplined, tactical. There's a part of you that's Arnold, hungry, relentless, ready to go through the wall if that's what it takes. The truth? We need both. The modern man has to adapt, in the gym, at work, and at home. Whether you're chasing muscle or meaning, you've got to know when to push and when to recover. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Mentzer's discipline and understanding of recovery, absolutely crucial. You can't build greatness on exhaustion alone. But Arnold's hunger, that willingness to outwork the world, that's the fire that keeps the forge burning. A real, the grind is the gold type personality, hell-bent on improving and trying to level up. I'd say the modern Titan blends a bit of both. Train smart like Mentzer, utilize whatever time you have, and go all out. But attack your goals like Arnold. Keep that hunger, and make sure to hit the gym every day you possibly can. Cold precision meets fury passion. That's where true Titans are built. If you had 1 minute left to live, would you wish you had trained more efficiently, or that you'd given it absolutely everything you had? Remember, greatness isn't found in comfort. It's forged between logic and fire. Go get after it, Titans. We'll see you next time. Well, that's it for this episode of Titans for Life. If you got value today, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share this with another Titan who needs to hear it. You can follow us on Facebook at Titans for Life. That's Titans, the number 4, Life, or on Instagram at Titans_4_life_online, all lowercase. And if you want to rep the movement, support the show, or grab some Titan gear or supplements, check out our links in the show notes. Our Shopify store is now up. Until next time, always remember, the grind is the gold.